A millionaire was shocked to see his ex-girlfriend with triplets at his dinner, but as he got closer, what he discovered left him completely speechless. Liam Reynolds was a man who seemingly had it all: wealth, success, and a life filled with luxury. As a self-made millionaire in his early 30s, he was celebrated in the business world for his savvy, investments, and sharp intuition. However, beneath the surface, Liam carried a wound that no amount of money could heal: a heartbroken past with his former love, Sophia Carter. Sophia and Liam had been college sweethearts. She was the light of his life, with a warm smile and a heart of gold. But their relationship ended abruptly 5 years ago. Liam's insatiable drive for success had pulled them apart. He chose his career over love, believing there would always be time for Sophia later. By the time he realized his mistake, she was gone. No messages, no explanations, just an empty apartment and silence. Liam buried himself in work, using success to dull the ache in his heart. But deep down, he always wondered what had become of her. One chilly December evening, Liam hosted an exclusive dinner party at his estate. It was an annual tradition bringing together business elites, close friends, and influential figures. As the grand dining room filled with the sound of laughter and conversation, Liam scanned the room, feeling a strange sense of unease. And then, he saw her. There, standing near the Christmas tree, was Sophia. She was as beautiful as he remembered, but now there was something different about her. She looked radiant, in a cream-colored dress, and in her arms were 3 identical infants, their soft giggles barely audible over the noise of the room. Liam froze. Was this real? Could it really be her? And were those her children? Questions swirled in his mind. He felt an inexplicable pull, a mixture of curiosity, longing, and dread. He hadn't seen or heard from her in years, and now she was here, at his dinner, with triplets. "Excuse me," he mumbled, leaving a conversation mid-sentence as he walked toward her. His pulse quickened with every step. When Sophia turned and met his gaze, her smile faltered for a brief moment before she composed herself. "Liam," she said softly, her voice a mixture of surprise and calm. "Sophia," he breathed, unable to take his eyes off her. He glanced at the children in her arms, 2 boys and a girl, each with big, curious eyes that seemed oddly familiar. I didn't expect to see you here. I'm here as a guest of Olivia," she explained, referring to one of Liam's business partners. "I didn't realize this was your home." Liam barely heard her response. His mind was racing as he stared at the children. They couldn't be more than a year old. And those eyes, something about them tugged at his heart. "Are these your children?" he finally managed to ask. Sophia hesitated for a moment before nodding. "Yes, meet Ethan, Emma, and Evan." Liam's heart sank. He felt a pang of jealousy and regret as he assumed that Sophia had moved on, built a family, and found happiness without him. He struggled to mask his emotions. "They're beautiful," he said softly, his throat tight. Sophia smiled faintly, shifting one of the babies in her arms. "Thank you." Liam couldn't help himself. "Sophia, can we talk privately?" he asked, his voice pleading. She studied him for a moment before nodding. "All right, let me hand the babies to Olivia." Once they were alone in his study, Liam turned to face her, his emotions spilling over. "Sophia, I have to know. Why did you leave without a word? I searched for you, but you disappeared." Sophia sighed, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Liam, I left because I couldn't stand being second to your ambitions anymore. I loved you, but I felt like I wasn't enough. So, I made the hardest decision of my life and walked away." He ran a hand through his hair, guilt washing over him. "I was a fool, Sophia. I thought I needed to prove myself before I could be the man you deserved. But I lost the only thing that really mattered you." His voice cracked. Sophia's gaze softened, but before she could respond, Liam asked the question that had been gnawing at him since he saw her. "Sophia, who is the father of your children?" There was a long silence. Then, with a deep breath, Sophia spoke. "Liam, they're yours." The world seemed to tilt beneath him. "What?" he whispered, his voice barely audible. "I found out I was pregnant shortly after we broke up," Sophia confessed, her voice trembling. "I didn't want to disrupt your life. You were on the path to greatness, and I didn't think you wanted a family holding you back. So, I left and raised them on my own." Liam staggered back, his mind reeling. He looked at her, at the woman he had loved and lost, and at the truth that had been hidden for so long. "All this time, you were raising our children alone?" Tears spilled down Sophia's cheeks as she nodded. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I see now that I should have told you. Liam's chest tightened with a mix of grief and joy. He had missed so much their first steps, their first words, but now, standing here, he realized he had been given a second chance. He walked closer, his voice steady. Sophia, I can't change the past, but I want to be here for them. For you, please, let me make it right. Sophia searched his eyes, her walls slowly crumbling. It won't be easy, Liam, she whispered. I don't care, he replied, his voice firm. You're the only family I've ever wanted, and now I have a chance to have it. As they embraced, the weight of the years melted away. Outside, the sound of the triplets' laughter filled the air, a reminder that sometimes love finds its way back, even in the most unexpected of circumstances. This Christmas, Liam knew he had been given the greatest gift of all, a family to call his own.